Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Ridwanullah family. Welcome back to another episode of Ridwanullah TV Show. I'm your host, Life and Business Maximizer, Hussein Mohamud, working to help you completely maximize your life and business in this dunya and in the akhirah by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I'm actually with my uncle right here, Abshir. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Getting this cookie on.
Oh, it tastes good too.
Hey. So this is just improvisation, the Ridwanullah TV show slash podcast. I'm trying to make it a little bit laid back, kick back. I'm actually put my uncle just in there real quick because it's one of those things where he's like, let me get ready. I pulled him in, literally he had no idea.
Yeah.
So go ahead, talk about that for a second.
And my man side blinded me for a minute, man. I was like, yo, let me at least hold up, man. He's like, nope, that's the beauty of it. I'm like, just do it. I'm like, all right, man. So we're here now.
The legend.
Yes, sir.
That smile, man, mashallah. So we'll try to make it short and sweet, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, and hopefully more episodes like this to come. This is my uncle, like really, really close to me. For most of you guys who don't know him, I know some of the OGs on the block know who he is. And no, it's cool. Some people don't know what that means, but the people who know what that means know what that means.
Yeah.
But everybody else knows him to be becoming a, the type of man that could, be a role model for most of us. I know I haven't, you know this, but I haven't really said this to you, but, you're a role model to me in certain ways because, you stick to your words, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, and, that's always something that admires me about you. I didn't want to get too deep into that.
Yeah, man, thank you, man.
Appreciate
Good to hear
it.
that.
So the question that I want to talk about, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, within the next few minutes that we have, is I was kind of online and I saw this question that kind of struck me.
Okay.
And it's basically, what do you wish you've known sooner in life? And that got me thinking a lot. So while you're thinking about your answer, let me share mine. Okay. And then you can go on. But before I even talk about it, I'll give you a few moments to reflect on that question. What do you think about that question?
That was a heavy one. I guess, wow, it's really deep. I'm going to have to, in the process, think of it real quick. And hopefully I can come up with something that's, that's good for the viewers, hopefully. So.
And truthful to you, not good for the viewers.
It's gonna be sincere, show.
Yeah. Because sometimes a lot of us get caught up in, I think, what will other people think is good?
Yeah.
Rather than what do I believe is good and what do I think is good.
Right.
So I'll be sharing that with them and then you do the same, inshallah.
Sure.
So I thought about this question for a long time. I think the girl that was talking about it, she was talking about how she got divorced.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She got divorced and she basically said, I didn't know the person who I got married to because they showed a different side of who they really were. So they said that I wish I knew that person sooner. So that's kind of what sparked it, and I think there's like a discussion around that. So for me, I'll try not to pay attention to this. I'll just actually talk to you. It's weird to kind of.
It's definitely something new, new to me too. I don't know, man. I'm kind of looking natural though, huh?
Hey. Give some credit to the host. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're natural on camera, so that's actually natural talents that you have, mashallah.
Mashallah.
So the lesson for me, honestly, I really, really thought about this deeply, and when you're younger, like your childhood days, you don't think about in your internal world and external world too much, and then when you make it into like middle school, high school, and college, early college. All you're caring about is how fresh you look and how, what I mean, like the swag and the drip and whatever else new terminology you guys have.
The drip, definitely.
Yeah, I don't even, that's way ahead of my time, but.
I mean, I hear what you're saying,
And I was so focused on, looking good for other people, like.
Right.
So the thing, and then like the second part of my life up until right now, like I was so focused on my internal world, like my deen, my character. And obviously I'm not saying you know, it's in a good situation, but
Right.
I'm always trying to work on it. So I kept focusing on my internal world. I didn't care what I looked like anymore, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I used to wear all the freshest clothes.
And I kid you not, he rocks just what he's rocking right now, every day, all day. Like, it's mashallah, it's definitely, from a guy, a little bit, if I could just...
I wouldn't condone that, but, I mean...
I mean, man, he used to rock, you know, he was really into his clothes. Like, he wanted to always rock nice stuff, you know.
Yeah, from Nashville, Tennessee.
Mashallah, man. But, you know, and all of a sudden to just 100, you know, 360 degrees to, mashallah, rocking this is something, it's incredible. It's all happening right in front of my eyes, so...
Yeah,
mashallah,
from ground up for sure.
So it's like a calling from Allah, mashallah, and like, you know, Allah chooses who He chooses, right? So
for sure, man.
Mashallah.
Alhamdulillah. So the lesson that I wish I learned sooner for me was, you know, to have the balance between the internal world and the external world.
Okay.
You know, not to focus too much on the internal world only, and not to focus too much on the external world only.
Okay.
Find a balance between the two, you know. Make sure your deen and everything, your character, everything is on point.
Right.
But don't neglect the material stuff of your life too, because that matters as well.
Okay.
Because, you know, there's a lot of things that go around that as well. So I wish I'd known that sooner, so that way I would have had a better balance between, you know, my internal world and external world.
Right.
So that's pretty much it for me. So I'll just turn it over to you. What do you wish you'd known sooner in life?
Wow.
Deep question, but I know you're a deeper person. So
that's a really deep one. You know, to me, like, it's always been like, you know, what does the next person think of me? Like I'm pretty sure everybody in some way somehow faces that, like, goes through that. I mean, that's just part of being a human, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, right now I'm at a stage in my life where I just, you know, I want to find peace for myself. Like, you know, if you know, they could think wherever they want to think, or they could, you know, do their own judgment, but, you know, kick it over there. Like, you know, this space right here that I'm in, like, I just want to focus on myself. I want to move forward. I want to, like, you know, start, mashallah, like, you know, start a new chapter if you'd say, like, mashallah, like, I want to get closer to Allah. I want to, like, you know, start doing things that are, like, for me, like, just, like, you know, in bettering health, little stuff like that. That's what's mainly big to me, if I'm not off topic.
No, you're on topic. So you have these goals and these dreams, and so what do you wish you'd known sooner in life?
Just sooner in life.
Like some lesson that you learned that you wish, like, man, I wish I'd known this sooner in life.
Just focus on yourself. Like, you know, like, for me, to, you know, my young self, I would have told my young self.
Yeah, that's a better way to frame it.
Yeah,
what would you tell
I would tell him to, like, you know, focus more on yourself. Like, you know, just, like, put aside the you know, all the extra, you know, people that just wants to talk bad, and, like, just focus more on yourself. Because at the end of the day, all you have is yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, it was a big thing back in, like, my younger days. Like, that's all I thought. Like, oh, man, you know, if I'm not rocking this, or if I'm not, like, you know, being, you know, just things that just never mattered, you know what I mean? But, mashallah, like, I would definitely say stay, you know, definitely get closer to Allah. Like, I would tell myself, that's the key to, like, just get closer to Allah. And, like, once you're closer to Allah, like, guides who He wills. Allah, you know, we all plan, but, like, you know, like Allah says, He's the best of all planners.
For sure.
So I would definitely would have said, like, you know, get closer to the deen. That me personally, that's something I would say. Just get closer to the deen.
Yeah.
You know, once you're closer to deen, then that's the best way to get closer to Allah, you know?
For sure.
And once you do that, that's how you find yourself. And Allah guides the rest.
Absolutely. And that's an important lesson to focus on yourself. And
if I didn't get off topic.
No. I guess people is for people to kind of tell us how we did for the first improvisation.
Yo.
So I literally, he knocked on the window, like some stuff out of the movie. I looked back, he's like, hey!
Yo, you guys watched that movie Friday, right? I swear, same thing, man. I knocked, yo, did it?
Exactly, that's the exact movie I was thinking about, by the way.
But
so I called him in, brought him in, and you know he's ready, mashallah. What were you about to say?
Yeah, I just got caught off. I got side blinded, y'all. So please, man, take that into consideration.
Give us some feedback, inshallah. Would you guys like to see a little bit more of Abshir? A little less. This is the first time.
Hey,
I know there's some haters out there always, right? You gotta give them a second to breathe.
It's cool, man. It's all love, man. You know what I mean? If they like it, I love it, mashallah. They just, you know, I'm happy, man. Damn, live life.
Focus on yourself, man.
Focus on yourself, wallahi. That's the best thing you could do, man. Just focus on yourself, wallahi, man.
We tend to get caught up too much on other people.
Like, yeah, you're like, damn, you know, what are they thinking? Most of the time, they busy on, you know, their own problems, man. You know what I mean? But you're sitting over here wasting your time thinking, oh, what are they gonna say? What are they? Man, it's nonsense. I kid you not, like.
For sure.
Brush it off your shoulders, man. You know what
I hate. I guess we'll keep it short and sweet, inshallah. Really appreciate you accepting that. Inshallah, we'll definitely. We shake hands like this, but this is probably a little excessive, like 5 times within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But anyway, alhamdulillah, you know, I'm trying something new. I'm trying not to be so, I don't know what's the word, like buttoned up.
Yeah.
Like trying to, you know, just be free flow, man.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what I do in my regular life. Why not do it on the content?
Yeah.
I think you told. Did I bring it up?
Go ahead, man. You gotta.
So, I think it was like the last episode that I put out. He's like, man, you're trying too hard. I was thinking about it anyway, so I was like, man, you might as well just kick back and relax, man.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Be honest, you know. I was like, yo, man, just be more natural, you know.
Yeah.
You know, just be more nonchalant about things.
Sure.
And like now that I'm on here, I'm like, damn. I feel you.
Yeah, especially when you're alone, you're so in your mind, you know.
Yeah, like in the back here, you're like, God, you know, it's gonna be, you know what I mean? How many people are gonna like back to that nonsense that, you know. So this is me, like, just like, you know, getting past that, mashallah, man. So I'm like, you know what, let's do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
being courageous, man. That's the way to live life, man. But I definitely appreciate your time, bro. Definitely, inshallah.
Man.
We're gonna do it more, inshallah. We're gonna talk about a little bit of details, inshallah. But anyway, jazakumullahu khair. I usually like to leave people with a challenge. So what is the challenge for the viewers?
A challenge.
Yeah.
Like it can be anything. Is there like specific?
Usually related to the topic, but anything. Just something simple that they could do major. Somebody knocking on the door too, but we'll get to them right when we wrap up.
You hear that too, huh? I'm like, yo, just play it off cool. Like nobody's knocking.
Nonchalant, man. I'm taking your words.
Wallahi, if we're talking something that's on topic.
Like just think about like homework or a task that they could do that'll help them move forward in their life or business. Anything simple, big, something that you think is valuable. What would you challenge the viewers to do?
I'm like,
don't overthink
so
it. Just let it be.
Like
just choose the one like, that. What
can I say?
What's the one that you're thinking about? You know, throw it out there.
I would say be courageous, man. Just like what you said. That I mean, just be. You know, actually, instead of that, I would say. We'll stick to that one finally. Yeah, you know what, man? Just be you. Okay, how about that? Just be you, and you know, and wallahi, Allah's made every individual person like, you know, you can only be you. Wallahi, like, you know, we're too busy trying to be, you know, the next actor or the next, you know, something that we see on TV. But Allah makes only one of you. Wallahi, Allah will never make another person. You know, identical to you. Allah just like, mashallah, and He made us with karama, you know? Like me right now, like the worst thing is like being a left hand. Like I even drink water with my left and stuff that I'm not even supposed to be doing. But, you know, I'm trying. We're human beings and we all make mistakes. Yeah. So just be just be you. Wallahi, I think that's the best thing I could possibly say.
Okay, so that's the challenge. As simple as that is, just be yourself, within the boundaries, rules, and regulations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Leave it in the comments below, and I think we'll wrap it up, inshallah. And if you're a part of the subscribers, please press the subscribe. If you're not a part of the subscription, please press the subscribe button. If you like this video, smash the like button. That helps us grow this channel. And if you got any comments, leave it in the comments below, about what would you wish you'd known sooner in life. And if you know somebody who's struggling in any area of their life or business that, you feel like this conversation can help them somehow, some way, share this with them. It'll help them and help us as well. I'll leave it out with that. Any final words before I finally close it off?
Wallahi, let's all try to mashallah, to work towards Allah.
Yeah.
So, I think that's the best. That's the best way to live it. Wallahi, once your creator is happy with you, wallahi, you personally will feel, you'll feel a load off of you.
For sure.
Me speaking, it's not something easy for me, but mashallah, I'm trying. So.
Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Such a timely message. He doesn't know this. That's the biggest message that I was pondering today. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin.
Yeah?
Jazakallah khair, for sure.
Wow.
For sure.
Inshallah.
It hit me heavy, man. So you to rephrase that and reiterate that is big. So I know the door is about to be broken down.
No, I kid you not. They're banging on the door.
But Jazakumullah khair, Ridwanullah family, for tuning in to another episode of Ridwanullah TV show. I'm your host, Life and Business Maximizer, with my partner, Abshir.
Yes, sir.
Checking out by saying, never ever give up on completely maximizing your life and business in this dunya and in the akhirah by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yes, sir.